Welcome you all for our second chapter, rational numbers. In the previous chapter, we have seen what are integers in detail. So in today's chapter, that is second chapter, we are going to discuss about what you mean by rational numbers. So first, let us understand the definition of what is a rational number. Look at it. If p is an integer, as of now I have not given you any number. Just let us consider p. P is an integer. Q is also an integer and Q does not belongs to 0. What is this condition? See, if you take some Q, any number, it should not be 0. Other than 0 we need to consider. Then the number of the form P by Q. Always we write rational numbers in the form of P by Q. Means nothing but fraction. Is called rational number. So in a definition at starting I know that you can't understand anything. But when we give an examples, that make you to understand the definition of what actually the rational number. Why I have considered P is an integer, Q is an integer, and the condition Q does not belong to 0. That is what the definition tells us. We will see the example and understand the definition better. See, I have taken an example of 3 by 7. I am telling you that 3 by 7 is a rational number. See, till now until your 6th standard, you know 3 by 7 is what? A type of fraction. What type of fraction? If we go in detail, it is a proper fraction. That is studying the case of fractions. But when I am studying a rational number, 3 by 7 is also a rational number. It's not only a fraction, it is even a rational number. How it can be a rational number? See, because 3 and 7 both are integers. Is it not? What type of integers? Both are positive integers. Integers means you already know. 0 will be a middle, positive numbers towards your right side, negative numbers towards your left side. We all know that. So 3 by 7 is a rational number. How can you tell 3 by 7 is a rational number? Yes, because 3 is also an integer, 7 is also an integer, and 7 does not belong to 0. This symbol means does not belong, it is not equal to 0. It is not does not belong to, it is not equal to 0. Can 7 be equal to 0? No. Means always in a denominator, which we should never take what you mean by 0. If you take 0, it will not become a rational number. Understand? Hence, we can tell that 3 by 7. See, 3 by 7 is in the form of P by Q. Right? It is in the form of P by Q. Why? P can be taken as value 3 now. Q can be taken as a value 7. Where we have that Q does not belong to 0. Q does not belong to 0 means 7 does not belong to 0. When this condition comes, it becomes a rational number. Now the question may arise in you. Does rational number should have always positive? No, it need not be. It can be even negative. Look at the second example what I am taking. Minus 15 by 19. Here, minus 15 is an integer. Yes, what type of integer? It's a negative integer. Plus 19 is also an integer. Yes, it is a positive integer. Minus 15 and 19 both are integers. And 19 does not belong to 0. If a denominator 1 or q, if does not belong to 0, then it is called as a rational number. Because here minus 15 by 19, what? It is equal to p by q. It is in the order of what? P by q. Hence we call this as what you mean by rational number. I hope you have understood at least 50% of till now what you mean by a rational number. Rational number means it will be in the order of P by Q, in the sense fraction. Where denominator, whatever the number you take, that should never be 0. Right? It should not be equal to 0. Then we can call that type of thing is considered to be a rational number. Understand? Now we have nearly 6 very important notes to know about rational number. Then only we can solve the problems regarding this rational number. So let me tell you that orderly what are those. If you understand these notes and definition and example, very easily we can solve the problems. What is the first note? See, every integer is a rational number. Obviously, every integer when you take in the order of P by Q, it's a rational number only. Can you see an example here? Yes. See, I have taken only 5. 5 is a number I have taken. No doubt 5 is an integer. What type of integer? Positive integer. If there is no number in the denominator, what does it mean? It it means that there is 1. You know this right from your 5th standard. See, 5 can be written as 5 by 1. Is it not? Where 5 by 1 is a rational number. How can you tell that 5 by 1 is a rational number? Because 5 and 1 are integers. Obviously, 5 and 1 are integers where 1 does not belong to 0. Right? Therefore, whatever the integer they have given is a rational number. So this is, from this we can understand that every integer, any of the integer, one more example let me show you. See, I have taken 7, just to think. So 7 means what will be the denominator? It's no doubt 7 is an integer. So this I can write as 7 by 1. Right? Where 7 by 1 is in the form of p by q. Where what is the condition for rational number? This q should not equal to 0. Right? So therefore 1 does not belong to 0. Then 7 by 1 is a rational number. Before it is a rational number, what are they both called? They both are integers. They both should be integers. Then only they become the rational numbers. Under which condition? Under this condition, where the denominator, that is q value, should never be equal to 0. This is a very important thing you need to understand, and that is what we tell in the definition also. If p is an integer and q is an integer and q does not belong to 0, then the number of the form p by q is called a rational number. Here number of the form 7 by 1, that is p by q, is a rational number. Why it is a rational number? Because 7 is an integer, 1 is an integer and 1 does not belong to 0, then it is a rational number. Understand? Therefore we tell every integer is a rational number. Then the question may arise, does then, just take the reverse of it, converse of it, then every rational number is an integer? Just let us find out. Look at it. Every rational number is not an integer. Every rational number is not an integer. But every integer is a rational number. What is service telling like that? Let us see that, what it is. See now, 3 by 5 is a rational number. Will you believe it or not? How can you tell 3 by 5 is a rational number? Because 3 is an integer, 5 is an integer, 5 does not belong to 0. Therefore, you can tell that 3 by 5 is a what? Rational number. But can 3 by 5 is an integer? No. Always integers should be in whole numbers. Like integer should be 0, plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, or minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Like this. Integers are in the form of whole numbers. There is no fraction type. But here what I have, 3 by 5 is a rational number. But the same 3 by 5 is not an integer. Understand? So we tell that every rational number is not an integer, but every integer is a rational number. Understand that? Slowly think of it. Really you will understand better. See in your textbook they have given 2 extra examples also. Take your own example and explain it. Then you will understand the concept of rational numbers very clearly. These are the first 2 notes. That is, every integer is a rational number, but every rational number is not an integer. We have 4 more notes. After knowing that notes, we will solve some exercise problems. Now we will see what are the 4th and 5, 6 notes. Very important according to rational numbers to make it to understand. So what is the third one? 0 is a rational number. Even 0 is considered to be a rational number. How it is? Let us see with this example. See, when I write 0, means it will be in the form of 0 by 1. No doubt. Because in the denominator, if there is no number, we consider it is to be 1. No, it is in the form of p by q. Before it is in the form of p by q, let us check. See, 0 is an integer. 0 is also an integer. 1 is an integer. Yes, 1 is also an integer. But 1 does not belong to what? 0. I told you always denominator should never be 0. Here we have 1. So 1 does not belong to 0. Hence 0 by 1 is in the form of p by q. Hence we can tell it is a rational number. This is a proof to show that 0 is also a rational number. Understand, always if it should be a rational number, what are the 2 conditions? Both the numerator and denominator, that is p and q, should be integers, and the denominator, especially q, should not be equal to 0. then if the order of p by q is called as a rational number. So in a rational number, even we get positive rational number, negative rational number also. When the rational number will be positive, when it will be negative, we will see now. See, every positive integer is a positive rational number. If you take, obviously rational numbers are made up of integers, right? Two integers make it as a rational number. Then if integers are positive, obviously the rational numbers are also positive. Let us see. See, for an integer 5, if you consider 5 an integer, what it is? 5 by 1. In the sense it is in the form of p by q. 5 is also an integer, 1 is also an integer, 1 does not belong to 0. Therefore, see what is the sign it is having? If there is no sign, it means that it is having plus sign. So 5 by 1 is a positive rational number. So later part of the exercise we will see, we will give a set of what it is, fractions, and we will see that to divide which is positive rational number and which is negative rational number. You will understand better there. Next we have, every negative integer is a negative rational number. No doubt. If an integer itself is taken to be negative, obviously the rational number is what? Rational number also will be negative. Example is minus 5 that I have taken. Minus 5 can be written as minus 5 by 1. Right? Minus 5 by 1 is a negative rational number. Why it is a negative rational number? Because we have a minus sign. P is having a minus sign. Therefore, it is a negative rational number. Then, what about 0? See, 0 is a rational number. It just proves that 0 can also be a rational number. But is it positive or negative? That 0 is a rational number, but it is neither positive nor negative. 0 is a rational number. Even you remember in integers, we give positive and negative values only to numbers on the both sides. But 0 which is at middle, it is not going to have any values. So we call that 0 is a rational number, right? But it is neither positive nor negative. So this complete basic you need to understand regarding the rational numbers. So in your textbook you have exercise 2a, so which is to be solved. So in an exercise I will take each main two problems and make you to solve here. So by looking into this video, you can solve the rest of the problems which is there. So now quickly, without wasting the time, let us go for exercise. Now we have some of the problems in the exercise 2a. I will show you nearly two problems, so that rest of the problems you can do it easily in your house. So let us start. It will be of very simple memory. Look at here. First type we have, write the numerator and denominator of the following rational number. They have given you the rational number. You have to write which is in the numerator and which is in the denominator. Let us see the first example. What I have? Minus 125 by 127. So which is numerator? Minus 125 is the numerator. That's all. Then 127 is the denominator. How can you tell this is a rational number? Yes, because it is in the form of p by q, and q does not belong to 0. Then the second problem they have given 2. How can you write only one number? How can you write numerator and denominator? Yes, first we have to write in the form of rational number. That is, denominator there is nothing, it means there is 1. So obviously 2 is in the numerator, right? 2 is in the numerator and 1 is in the denominator. 1 is in the denominator. Very easy. So if you have any problems to do like this, just write which is in the numerator and which is in the denominator. But the second problem is we need the knowledge of integers to solve this problem. How I will tell you. Look at it. Write down the rational number. We need to write a rational number with numerator. They have not given a number. They have given some problem to solve. So what we have in the numerator? Look at it. In the numerator we have minus 5 into minus 4. And with denominator this one, that is 28 minus 27 into 8 minus 9. Look at here how twisted way they have given. We need to solve this, and whatever the answer we get, that will be the rational number. Let us find out. For this, the knowledge of integers we need to use. Minus into minus will give me plus. 5 4s are 20. So denominator I have 28 minus 27 is 1, plus or minus plus, since 28 is a greater number. So we have plus 1 into, look at here, 8 minus 5 is how much? 8 minus 5 is 3, so plus 3. So therefore I have plus 20 by 3 ones are 3, plus 3. So look here, now this is the rational number. 20 by 3 is the rational number we get when we solve this numerator and denominator. For example, in fractions, if you got this answer, this is which type of fraction? Improper, since numerator is greater. We should convert to mixed fraction, but here we should not do. Why? We are doing what we mean by rational number. Rational number should be always in the form of p by q, where q does not belong to c. I hope we have understood. Look, to do this rational number problem, we need a knowledge of integers. So everywhere mathematics is interrelated. Why they have kept the rational number after integers? Because the knowledge of integers also is needed in the case of rational numbers. So if you understand one chapter properly, it's a key for the other chapter. Now let us see this. This we have already seen what you mean by positive integers, positive rational numbers and negative rational numbers. Now let us separate. We have here positive rational numbers. Just write Rn. So we have negative rational numbers. Now first one is minus 3 by 5. When we have negative integers, we get negative rational number. When we have positive integer, we get rational. What it is? A positive rational number. Understand? So here denominator is plus and numerator is minus. According to division of integers, what it is? We get minus itself. So obviously that comes under negative rational number. First number, that is minus 3 by 5. This is solved. Second, we have 3 by minus 5. 3 by minus 5. Again I have plus here, minus here. Two different signs. Then also it comes under negative rational number. That is 3 by minus 5. Next I have minus 3, minus 5. See, numerator also same sign, denominator also same sign. What is the rule of division of integers? Numerator and denominator, if we have same signs, the required answer will get in positive. So that comes under positive rational number. Then next one, we have both plus. So obviously it comes under which? Positive rational number. We have 0. What it is? We have written a note. 0 is a rational number, but it is neither positive nor negative. Understand? So we don't consider 0 in place of positive or negative. We will leave it. Again we have minus 13 by minus 3. Again it comes under positive rational number because of same. Next we have 15 by minus 8. Obviously it is negative. 15 by minus 8. Next we have minus 15 by 8. Even that comes under negative. Understand? So these are the set of positive rational numbers. These are the set of negative rational numbers. So how did we do that? By the knowledge of integers, division of integers. So learn the integers chapter very well. Then it's very easy to understand what we mean by rational numbers. Now let us further move for the other type of problem. Now we have the fourth problem, that is find 3 rational numbers equivalent to 4 by minus 7. So they will be giving you one rational number. We need to write the 3 more rational numbers which is equivalent to that. This you have done in the case of even fractions also. Now let me tell you. To do that, what we need to do is that we need to write the given rational number. First multiply the numerator and denominator by 2. Understand? So we get 4 2s are 8 by 7 2s are 14. Since there is a minus sign, it is 8 by 14. So we got one rational number which is equivalent to 4 by 7. Next, one more. Write again the rational number multiplied by 3. So 4 3s are we have 12. So minus 7 3s are 20. Understand? Even 12 by minus 21 is equivalent to 4 by Next we have 4 by minus 7 multiplied by 4. So we have 4 4 so 16. So minus 20. Therefore, the three rational numbers equivalent to 4 by minus 7 are 8 by minus 14, 12 by minus 21, 16 by minus 28. But how can you tell they are equivalent? Because when you reduce it, you will get 4 by minus 7 as an answer. Just if you want to see that, say I will take 8 by minus 14. Right? In which table can I cancel that? I can take 2 4s are 8, 2 7s are 14. Look at it. I got 4 by minus 7. Therefore, it is equivalent. 8 by minus 14 is equivalent to 4 by minus 7. So, if you want even 12 by minus 21. So, again, in which table is 3 4s are 3 7s are. See 4 by minus 7. Hence, we can tell that these three fractions are equivalent to 4 by minus 7. You have nearly 3 4 problems in an exercise. Do all the same method, you will get the answer. Next we have, this is very important to check your knowledge whether you have understood the rational number or not. Which of the following are not rational numbers? Which is a rational number and which is not a rational number? So we will write this is a rational numbers over here. Which are the rational numbers? This is which is not non-rational number. So which is the first one? First one I have minus 3. Minus 3 means minus 3 by 1. So 3 is also an integer, minus 3 is an integer, 1 is an integer. So 1 does not belong to 0. Therefore this is a rational number. So minus 3 is a rational number. So what about 0? We have already proved 0 by 1. 1 does not belong to 0. Therefore even this is in the form of p by q. So even this is a rational number. Next we have 0 by 4. Yes, 4 does not belong to 0. Q is not belongs to 0. This is also a rational number. 0 by 4 is also a rational number. Next I have 8 by 0. Look at here, 8 by 0. So Q, which is a Q term here, 0. Equal to 0. See, denominator is equal to 0. Hence we cannot call this as a rational number. Why? Denominator Q should not be equal to 0, but here the denominator itself is 0, hence we call it as a non-rational number. Then what about 0 by 0? Obviously, if there is 0 and some other number other than 0 in the denominator, it is a rational number. But here in denominator we have 0, hence we can call it as a non-rational number. So understand the difference at least now. See, rational number means both should be integers and the denominator should not be equal to 0. Then it is called as a rational number, which is order p by q. This is the only thing to understand what you mean by rational numbers. Next we will see few more problems. Next we have to find the x values also. Very easy to find the x values here. See, when we get this type of situation, minus 2 by 3 is equals to 6 by x. X is here. We need to find the x value. So in this case, we need to cross multiply. What it is? Cross multiply. So always let me cross multiply this side first. That is minus 2x. See, minus 2 into x is minus 2x. Next I need to multiply this both. That is 6 into 3. Understand? Now I have minus 2x is equals to 6 3 is how much? 18. Understand? Now I need to find the x value. So here is 18. When minus 2 comes to LHS to RHS, it comes to the denominator. The reason is there is a multiplication sign here. There is a multiplication sign here. So we have minus 2. So how much? 2 1s are 2 9s are 18. Therefore your answer is minus 2. Don't take the sign. There is a lot of difference between plus 9 and minus 9. You know that both are not the same. The same way we will see this again cross multiply. So we have here minus 35 into 3 is equals to 7 into x. So how much? 35 into 3. 35 into 3 is 105. That is minus 105 is equals to 7 into 8 is 7 is. So if you want x value it is minus 105 by 7. How can we do now? We need to cancel it. 7 ones are 7. So how much is remainder? 3. That is 35. So 7 5s are 35. So you get the answer minus 15. Understand? See, when you want to find the x values, first cross multiply, then find the x values. Next, I have the last type of which I am going to show you is express each of the following rational numbers to the lowest terms. In fractions also we have done. When we get a fraction, we should not leave it as it is. We need to reduce it to the lowest term. In the same way, it is also here. Look at, we have 12 by 15. It's a rational number. How to reduce it? 12 by 15. In which table does it go? 2 table? No, because here we have 15. It is not divisible by 2. Next we will go for 3. Yes, 3 4s are 12, 3 5s are 15. So we got 4 by 5. Still can we do? No. 4 and 5 is not divisible with any of the same table. So that is the ultimate. Now 4 by 5 is the lowest rational number. Next we have minus 48 by 72. Minus 48 by 72. Directly we can do, yes, if you know tables, see that you can do it very directly, right? In 8 table easily it goes. In a 2 table also you can do. In a 4 table also you can do. Directly in 8 table also you can do. You will do directly in 8. So 8 6 are 48. 8 9 is 72, right? How much? Yes, 8 9 is 72. Now we have got minus 6 by 2. Can we leave it as it is? No. Again you have to check. See, 6 and 9 will go again in 3 table. That is, this is not the lowest form. So 3 2s are 3 3s are. So the answer is minus 2 by 3. Can we reduce till 2 by 3? No. That's an ultimate thing. So minus 2 by 3 is the lowest rational. So in your exercise 2a, go through that. First understand what is a rational number and the note which I have told you. Then solve 2 problems first which I have solved on board. Then go to the exercise. You will find the problems, solve them. If still you arise with the doubts, be free enough to ask. I am there to help you at any time. So in the next class we will go for representation of rational numbers in a number line and all. Until then.